What's good, everybody? I am Emery Education McMillan. I am a producer, um, similar to Corey. Kind of put it down for a while, picking it back up. Never lost the ear, but didn't really spend much time with it. So just recently back to it, just getting my back into my groove and everything. And I'm hoping you love this track. We'll see. Let's give it a listen. I'm gonna play it through and then I'm gonna break it down. So here we go. So on my beat, I didn't want to sample. I didn't want to do a vocal sample. I didn't want to have um, basically the typical vocal sample. So I'm gonna break down how I made this beat for you. So here we go. So the beat itself, the core of the beat starts out here with this element of the vocal sample. So if you don't know the song, I sample Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. So I'm gonna just give that little bit of a if I most people know this song from Bodyguard. So anyway, that's the track of that sample. So for me, it was very important to try to mask the fact that I was sampling. And when I went to the sample, it was like, yo, what can I do with this sample to not be so obvious that I'm sampling, especially Whitney Houston. So I started playing around with my keys, and I'm like, trying to fit it in. And I'm like, nah, I don't like it. So I'll just start playing around. And I found a little spot like that. So the whole beat is based around that concept of using the beat, the sample as the note. So this is where we are with the sample. So that's all sample, just the beginning of the elements. So right here, we've got a little bit of like a little synth sound that I grabbed, you know, just take that on there. And so we had a so from there we basically took it down to a nice little dope beat. I wanted to keep the beat as basic as possible. Make sure it's like just killing, you know what I'm saying? Something heavy but consistent. So then I went through and I did my little, you know, jabs on the keys, trying to keep it in note. I kind of wanted to give it that little old back in the day feel, that 19, not even 19, but more so like 2000, 2003, Dr. Dre / Eminem / 50 Cent feel for the beat. That's kind of how we rock with this one. For the most part, in the beat, I wanted to expose that I did use it as a sample, specifically for this challenge, just so you know it wouldn't go heads that it was a sample. So right here is where you'll find that portion of the beat, just a blatant show of the sample itself. So right here, it kind of breaks off. Inspiration. And so for the most part, that's really the beat. You know, a bunch of different elements added in, trying to fill in the space. Right here we have a so on this one here we have, I'm using Pigments on this one. Pigments is a VST that has an incredible here, it allowed me to stereo pan. So from here, it bouncing left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right as it plays. And you can play with all of this. Phaser playing, so it has effects directly right on the actual board itself. So if you ever want to try a different sound or make that sound do something else, it's definitely going to be, you know, creating its own little sounds. So for the most part, you know, that's the beat. That's the beat, and that's how I made this beat. So I'm gonna open it up to anybody else.
Yo,
that's fire.
That's sick. How many VSTs are you using there? Pigments is one. What are the other ones?
Technically, I'm really only using Pigments as a VST.
Okay.
I use Scalar just because, again, Scalar is a VST that allows you to create. So it has so much potential. You know what I'm saying? So you can do so much with Scalar, but I never use Scalar for what it's supposed to do. I actually just use Scalar because I like this sound they have. They have this one sound right here that is called the soft piano.
Yeah.
And it's just real lovely sounding, almost like a Rhodes keyboard kind of thing. So I use that a lot. But as far as VSTs actually applying to the beat, I'm only using Pigments.
Okay.
Where it's relevant.
And okay, great. So you're kind of just doubling up on that melody with different things.
Yeah.
First off, that breakdown of the sample where you're showing the sample, the da 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 do da 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 da, and then the sample hits is sick. And then what else was I going to say about this? Yeah, and you nailed it. Like that's exactly what I was thinking right away. Like when I heard it was like Dre era, you know, 50 Cent, you know, that kind of like, I don't even know what you want to call it. I guess you just define it as Dre, right? Dre style beat.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, E, what was going on with that snare? Because I heard a lot of air after the snare, and it sounded really cool.
Let me hear where you at. Make sure everything is fine. Oh, that right there, this is doubled up. It's just like the two snares on top of each other, doubled up.
Play the drums just by themselves. Yeah, I like that.
And I wanted to kind of keep it as true to the sound of that time frame, because they always had like stacked snares and drums, and always had a random shaker in the actual snare, like that you really didn't know was there, but it had a shaker on a bass drum, and it always had a shaker on the snare. So I kind of wanted to keep that there. A lot of it, you know, you don't feel it, you know, you're not paying attention to it, but it's there, and it moves you, and it creates like this rhythmic balance between the beat and the melody. So
Fire.
yeah, this is my beat.